Okay, guys. Okay, my lovelies. Okay, my sweeties. Because in a church, Ọlọ́run wò wá o. Ọlọ́run wò wá. It is really, really bad. Abba, do you want to kill a brother? I can't laugh, but that's the honest truth, guys. Cut down, cheek, babe. Cut down. Fight to just break out, and you hear girls screaming, ready to fight, blah blah. What happened? There'll be pandemonium. When I was very, very young, when I used to go clubbing, party, and all that. Hi guys, hello. This is your girl TTK. I'm back with another Telling It Just the Way It Is chat series. So guys, stay tuned. Grab a cup of cold drink, relax and enjoy. Let's chat. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. Grab popcorn as well. You might be needing it. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like and share. Stay tuned. Today we will be discussing an important issue, and we will be chatting about the issue of rape. Rape in Nigeria has become something else. You guys remember the issue of Unwa? Our issue went viral. This beautiful girl with a promising future, a bright future, with a bright future ahead of her, was raped in a church in Nigeria, in Benin City. Very young girl. I think she was just 22 years old before she was killed. She was 22 years old. This girl went to a quiet place where she could study, and she was raped apparently by 4 men. And they did not just rape her, they killed her. I'm sure many of you have heard about her story. And not only Unwa, according to my findings, the issue of rape has become so common. Another girl was raped in the north. Our case, I think, is something else. This girl was only 12 years old. She was raped by 11 men. 11 men. And that should tell us something. 11 men. You can imagine a 12-year-old child, somebody's daughter, being raped by 11 men. And this was over a period of time. They keep raping this girl. Anyway, I don't want to go too much into that. I want to mention the obvious, the one that really went viral. There are quite a number of them. Reported cases, unreported cases. Because of the cases of rape that we've had, I just thought it would be wise to do a video. And this video is particularly for those living in Nigeria. I'm sorry. Although it happens everywhere, but this Nigerian one is beyond me. I mean, the cases of rape in Nigeria is beyond me. How they could prevent themselves from being raped. Date rape is the most common unreported cases because people question your intention. Why are you alone with him in the first place? Why are you alone with this man in the first place? If you don't want to get intimate with him, why are you with him? Why are you with him alone? What was your intention? What were you thinking? You know the way they shame things in Nigeria and in Africa. So when women go on a date, most times, to me, they're willing to get to know the man. At least find out about this man. I'm assuming you're just meeting the man. Just find out about this man. That's what the intention is most times. Maybe not all the time. As for me, and what I have come up with, if you are not willing to get intimate, to buff the guy, to get intimate with the guy, I think your rendezvous should be in public places. Your meeting should be in public places. Make sure of that, because you don't know the guy's intention. You're thinking A, he might be thinking B. You are not driving. Not everybody drives. If you are not driving, women, ladies, make sure you have money for cab in your wallet. It is very, very important. It is very important you have money for cab back home in your wallet. Another point is alcohol and drugs plays a significant role in date rape. So if you decide during the course of your interacting, getting to know each other, talking, chatting, and for one reason you need to visit the ladies, you know, go to the toilet. Say for example you're in a bar or restaurant, you have to leave your drink or halfway eating food. I will advise you, don't continue. When you come back, don't drink that drink and don't continue to eat that food. I think we need to take extreme precautions in this case, since it's becoming so prevalent and common in Nigeria. If you go to the ladies, unless you make sure you finish your food and your drink before you go, but if you go to the ladies in between food, while you are interacting, getting to know each other, when you come back, don't eat that food and don't drink that drink. I'm sorry. And if there's any man that wants to take that personal or that pick on it, just you don't have to shove it in his face that this is the reason why. Oh, sorry, you don't feel like eating, you know, you just don't feel like drinking anymore. You just, you know, is anything? Oh no, thank you. You know, be polite, but you have to think of you first. You love you, me first before anybody else. It's very, very important. Although it sounds so extreme, but prevention is better than cure. We have to prevent all these things from happening. It's better than cure. And somebody online suggested women should carry pepper spray in their bags. It sounded so funny. It's laughable. It is laughable. But the fact of the matter is, if you can get hold of one, there's nothing wrong in it, provided you're not abusing the use. There's nothing wrong with it as far as I'm concerned. Yes, if you can get hold of one of those pepper spray, put them in your bag. So yes, maybe they deserve a little bit of pepper spray in the eye. You can leave your comment. Kemi is me, no, but sometimes, you know, you have to tackle extreme problems with extreme measures. Ladies, do not get drunk. Know your alcohol limit for those who drink on a date. When you're going on a date or you are on a date, do not get drunk. Know your alcohol limit, especially when you're with a man that you don't know, that you're just getting to know. It's common sense. Apart from the man taking advantage of you, it's just embarrassing, staggering, and misbehaving in public places. It's really embarrassing. It's not just good. It is very important you know your alcohol limit. Just stop. I will suggest that when you're going on a date, look good. Of course, we love to look good. Anyway, let me speak for myself. I like to look good, date or no date. I love to look good. I am that person. So if you're going on a date and you're somebody that loves to look good, but please don't be provocative. Don't dress provocatively. Like, I want to be provocatively sexy. I get it. And I know that many women are of the opinion that I can wear whatever I want. The man does not have to touch or grab me. Yes, that is what it is supposed to be. But remember, there are some men out there that are not like that. And since you do not know if it's like that or if it's not like that, why do you want to risk it? I think we should diagnose each illness with each medicine. At this point in time, that we don't know what is really wrong with some men in Africa, not even Nigeria alone, in Africa or Nigeria, yes, or in Nigeria, that they seem to be raping. I think you should not just wear your provocative, sexy dress, unless you're willing to buff, of course, in the name of, I can wear what I want to prove a point. Don't prove any point. And it is sad that it has to come to this. Seriously. It is in a way sad that it has to come to this. Because I get it. You can wear what you want. But still, let's apply common sense, wisdom. You don't know him. You're just getting to know him. You know, our African men already have some kind of mentality. Some of them have a way of thinking. Do you understand? To some men, if you're provocatively sexy, like if you dress in... When I say, I think I need to define what I mean by dressing provocatively. There's nothing wrong in looking good. There's nothing wrong in looking good. When you are dressed and you're close to naked, I've seen you, some of you might have an idea of what, just use your imagination. Some of you have an idea of what I am talking about. like you're close to being naked. He can see your buhaha, I mean, at least part of your buhaha, both up and behind, in the name of I can wear anything I like. Some men already have they have an opinion around that. Most find it inviting, like you're intentionally inviting them, you're calling them. That can be misinterpreted or misconceived to mean something maybe you are not willing to give at the time. So when they now make advances like, well, what is wrong with her? Is that not what you want? That is the way it seems to them. So we need to be sure of what we want. If you want it, then it's a free word. It's just the mentality. To them, some people associate that kind of dressing to some certain type of people, especially in Africa, in Nigeria. If you get what I mean. I don't want to start mentioning or calling names or tagging or grouping some type of women. Some are men. And like I said earlier, since you don't know how this man think or reason, you're just getting to know him. I think you should tone it down a little bit. You can still look beautiful, but don't dress. Don't be close to naked in your dressing. Sometimes it's how these men perceive you, or it's how these men see you. I remember back in my uni days when I was very, very young, when I used to go clubbing, party and all that. Suddenly, fight will just break out and you hear girls screaming, ready to fight, blah, blah. What happened? You know, there'll be pandemonium, chaos everywhere. I mean, sometimes the bouncer will have to like intervene and throw some men or some boys out. What happened? What is the problem here? The girl will claim the man or a guy, that an unknown man or men are trying to touch her somewhere. But I find that it's always the ones that are provocatively it's always the ones that dress provocatively. They're very provocative in their dressing. The way they dress, they wear something that what they wear. It's always the one that wore something revealing. They're very provocative in their dressing. And that time, I used to like have my phone go out a lot. I have never ever experienced such. That is why I said it is how they see you. It is how you present yourself. And this is not me saying that you should not wear whatever you want. Wear what you want, but apply wisdom. Maybe if you feel like dressing that way, you can dress that way maybe when you're with your girls. If you get what I mean. If you're that kind, if you dress that way, yeah. It's a free word. But when you're going on a date like that, one-to-one, since you do not know, like I said, you do not know what he's thinking. You do not know the kind of man that he is. It's a free word. I'm supposed to be able to dress the way I want to dress. Then I think at this stage that we are, you have to cut down, sister, cut down, auntie, cut down, chick, babe, you know, cut down. You will still look good, trust me. The only time you go on a date close to naked, you know, wearing those provocative dresses or outfits, is when you, and this is a bitter truth, telling it just the way it is, you are ready to buff that night. You don't mind if this man, you know, come with some advances. You will not get offended. You went with an intention. Then that's fine. Nobody's business. You know, nobody's business. It's not supposed to be this way. I did mention it earlier, but since we don't know and we live in this crazy world, then, oh girl, I mean, don't go on a date close to naked. Tease the man, lead him on, then you now start claiming rape later. Abba, do you want to kill a brother? I can't laugh, but that's the other thing, guys. With the situation of things in Nigeria right now, when you can, especially late at night, when you can, always be in a company of known friends, colleagues, or associates. And if the man is not your boyfriend, your lover, your partner, husband, man, don't go to his house alone. You know the stigma now and the way Africa is. This saying, when you don't want to buff, what are you doing there, sister? And truly that might not be your intention, but you know the way they are. What are you doing there? Why did you go to his house? Those are all the questions that are always popping up. You know, when you see those comments on Instagram, all those comments on social media, it's like, oh God. So if you don't want to be sorry, if you don't want the world to blame you like that, what are you doing there? Don't go to his house alone. Very, very important. You could meet business, business associates or partners in public places. There's so many beautiful bars, hotels, restaurants where you could discuss business, or conference room even. It depends on the scale of business. Okay? And because of this unwa situation that happened, I would say don't go and study in secluded places. Do you understand? In places where there are no other people studying, doing the same thing. Go to like a public library. It's just a shame that in Nigeria, our libraries are not as... It's a shame. And these are the things that work against us. Our libraries are not as good. Somebody was complaining about the library, that the dust oozing out of those books in the public library. The librarian looks so hungry. In fact, I don't want to go to that. That's another topic or subject for another day to discuss. So I don't know, but I think whichever place you choose to study, make sure there are other people there doing the same. And most of them are known faces. I know it seems difficult because this girl truly wanted to study. And she must have been given that permission to come and study in church. I just feel in terms of this war situation, because in a church, it is really, really bad. But still, study in public places, or I know you want quiet, but a quiet place that there are other people or there are well-known people. And not at night. I'm sorry. I know we do want to read at night. That find a place in your house, somewhere where you can read. But I think in this Uwa situation too, maybe she couldn't read at home. A sister or brother might be disturbing her. It's a shame. If you're a lady and you live alone, make sure your door is always locked. Always locked. Do not open your door to an unknown visitor. And those women, those ladies that like freebies, those deliveries, if you're not expecting any delivery, say no to any freebies. If you've not ordered anything, no freebies. Do not open your door. It could be a setup. That sick man down your street, that man that lacks confidence to speak to you, that's been looking at you. You don't know. So since you do not know, do not open your door. Very, very important. Jog, especially jog or do your exercise in daylight, broad daylight too, not when it's getting dark at night. And make sure when you're jogging or doing your brisk walk, you go to avoid secluded, quiet places. Those places, I know it's better and easier to do your exercise in those type of places, but right now with the situation of things, we don't want to be sorry. Avoid those secluded, quiet places. Avoid them completely. If you are outside and it's getting dark or it's really dark and you want to go back home, I think I would recommend you get a taxi. Get a taxi from a registered known taxi company. Like Uber and all that. Get a taxi home. This is not the time to call that Prince Shami that you met earlier that was chatting you up. You don't know him, or don't call him, because you might as well save money. No, there's some type of money we don't save. This is not a matter of saving money. Save yourself first. Your security first. Don't call any brother that you just met that you do not know. Take a taxi. It is very, very important, ladies. Or else you end up with this by force buffing. Not even by one of them. 2, 3, 4. They make mistake. Okay, guys. Okay, my lovelies. Okay, my sweeties. Let me leave you and love you. I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you do not keep this video to yourself. Share it. Feel free to share my video. Share my video. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to that video. Subscribe to my video. Click on that red thing right there. Just click on it. It will not do you or cause you any harm. It's free. Click on it. God bless you. Have a nice day. Have a nice week. Sarah. Bye, guys.